Good day, viewers. This is the news hour on NSTV. My name is Ada Okafor. Now to the news. Human rights activist Comrade Bankole Solomon has called on the National Assembly to revisit the Cybercrime Act 2025 due to some ambiguities that may affect the practice of media practitioners and Nigerians. Comrade Bankole, who shared his opinion while reviewing the Cybercrime Act 2025 passed by the Red Assembly recently, in an interview with NSTV, emphasized that good governance is the bedrock that can facilitate communication between citizens and leadership in the country.
There's some ambiguity, like I can't take somebody's phone. If you are my wife, who is that somebody? Those areas must be clearly stated. If you are my son and I'm suspecting you are doing one thing or the other that is contrary to my beliefs and values, I can check your phone. So the ambiguity must be spelled out so as government will not be able to use it to take our rights or fundamental rights or freedom of speech from us. That's why we said law must not be ambiguous. It must be clearly stated what it attracts.
Comrade Bankole, who shared his opinion while reviewing the Cybercrime Act 2025 passed by the Red Assembly recently, in an interview with NSTV, emphasized that good governance is the bedrock that can facilitate communication between citizens and leadership in the country.
Areas must be expunged. It must be clearly stated. Because if it's not, yes, if somebody has hacked into government information, of course I will not clap for that person. I won't clap for somebody who has used social media, either Twitter, what have you, to lead into terrorism. Of course not. But irrespective of the law on the land. But because democracy is for everybody and we must all enjoy it.
He stated that the act may favor some people more than others if some areas which he described as grey areas are not made explicit.
He tried to mesmerize crimes and criminality in the name of governance. Yes, of course, I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Pan-Africanist. We will never encourage somebody somewhere to say things that will take ethnic A against ethnic B. But listen to our political leaders during campaign. Listen to what they are saying. Are we not in this country when the former president was campaigning and said, balloon will soak with blood? Are we not in this country when the former governor of Kaduna, El-Rufai, when he was saying a lot of blasphemous things against Christianity? But nobody will see that. So they want to use this to guide us so that we will not be able to talk. There's no problem with average man on the street. I buy my gari from Igbo boy. I eat suya from Hausa man. I don't know the difference between Hausa and Yoruba. It's when they want to divide us, they are not putting ethnicity and say what A has said, what B has said. Elections coming, campaign is coming, you are going to hear a lot of things, but today he will tell you those are electoral talk. But when you and I talk, you now look at the section of the constitution and say, we violated it, we've done this, we've done that. How can somebody like Showore ask the federal government to respect the law of the land and is being charged for terrorism?
Okay, welcome back. We still have Comrade Bankole Solomon in the studio with us today discussing the topic. We're talking about life imprisonment sentence for any comments or statement that incites ethnic violence, tribal conflict. Would you say this specification in the act would put an end to tribalism in Nigeria, or at least reduce it to the barest minimum?
Like I said, I still want to repeat it. Some of the section of this Cyber Crime Act is ambiguous. How do you define such vowel languages that could lead to such scenario you just painted.
What if it's explicitly stated, the person explicitly something that is obviously tribalistic?
Let him have his way in court. Court is there for everybody. But what I'm saying is that this law, Nigerian law, is so strong that I can only catch mosquito, and so loose that I cannot catch lizard. When we are talking of those who are dividing us, either on ethnicity or religion basis, on any issue, these are the so-called leaders. It's not you and I. So if you want this law against what you've just said, because I don't want to call it law, we are still expecting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have a rethink, because he says a Democrat. And we know things that Tinubu have said, that if this law has been in place, then it should have been in prison as well. So what we are saying now is that nobody wants a country that will divide against itself. Nobody wants it. But the question is, what is the main motive behind this law? You make me laugh. Let us assume for this argument, for this discussion, that it will curb it. Are we not in this country that we know that vote buying is a crime? Can you show me an individual, a politician that has been jailed on vote buying? Yesterday, I was watching the preview of what was happening. It was open. Security guys are the ones that go this way, collect money, and they are counting the money there. When we are talking of the law is not the respect of anybody. Law should be all embracing. But what we have in this country, we have law for the poor and law for the elite. And I'm sure by the time this law, the Cybercrime Act, when it's successfully put in place, you and I will be the victim. Because the law is targeted as poor people. That's why the country, you can see a man who is hungry, who has gone to Tamak there, who has gone to Lafenwa there to steal the area of 15 naira, is going in jail. And you see a man eating 500 million. He said, go to court. Go and meet us in court, because they are the owner of the court. So it's quite unfortunate that laws are meant to cushion their excesses, but to punish our voices.
So in your opinion, what can be done to make this law all-encompassing?
There's no law that can be all-encompassing. Democracy is for the good, for the bad, and for the only thing that you should be the focus of the government is good governance, and good governance can come. I don't know, they call some boys Yahoo. I said, what is Yahoo? What is Yahoo? Is intellectual way of showing the aggression against good bad economy. A dullard can't do it. I have some boys, I have some younger ones who have gone to school with good brain and nothing to do. And the mouth must eat. Go to police station, you see, bail is free. Is bail free in Nigeria? It is conspicuously written, bail is free. Is it free? Can you go to police cell without paying money? So who does the arrest of those ones? We need to face a lot of things. So that act must not be accepted to by Mr. President. Some graders must be removed, so that we can put them into their toes. It's quite unfortunate to say this, my dear sister. For 3, 4, or 5 weeks ago, Showore protested for the interest of the police. The following week, he was arrested by the same police, beaten, and then put in cell. Today now, look at our guy here now with glasses. Now it's not a crime in Nigeria to Nigerian policeman now to put on glasses. They believe you want to record them. You want to get to police station, somebody will ask you, drop your phone. Where it is written, I should drop my phone. You want to get to FCC, drop your phone. Where it is written in the law.
You are saying there's been a lot of violation of
course. Of course. So the laws is targeting at us. Some areas, some gray areas, not everything, but some area must be looked at so that all of us, the poorest, the richest, the educated, the literate, should have their voice and say their things. And when you know it has been done, I should not be criminalized. If I say something against you, either as a slander or in a defamatory way, go to court. Let me have my day in court in a civil matter.
This leads me to ask, if those areas are removed, like you said, what authorities are in place to ensure that people comply with these laws and things go according to the way it's supposed to go, not in another direction? Comrade Bankole Solomon, founder of Eto Milabe Ofin on OGBC 90.5 FM, founder of People Against Corruption and Injustice, and state chairman of the Coalition of Civil Society Pro-Democracy Activists in Ogun State, expressed these views.
It is not possible. Even law, our creator, who gave us 12 laws in the Bible, we violate it. There's no law that can curb criminality. All what we need is to have good implementation to get it done, and some gray areas should be removed so that we can get the gain of democracy.